Here we are coming to the end of section 1, and I have 3 more tools to give you that we will be using and that you need to understand to get the most out of this program. They are capturing, luring, and shaping. So what is capturing? Capturing, using that clicker, that little clicky box that I showed you earlier, is the activity of waiting till an animal does something on its own accord, on its own free will, with no coercion whatsoever, and you just click the animal with the clicker the second it does the behavior. You in effect capture it. It was going to happen anyways. You just happen to tell the animal, "Oh, you did it. You just did it. I didn't tell you to do it, but you just did it. So I'm going to give you a click." And the second the animal does it, and here's a click, it'll be like, and it goes, and you give it a treat. And capturing done repetitively. For example, let's say that you want to teach your dog to lay down. If every time you notice your dog lay down in a room while you're sitting in a chair, you click and toss it a treat, you will very quickly teach a dog to lay down on command. I won't go into exactly how to do all those steps here, but that would be an example of how you could capture down. You still then have to add a verbal cue or a physical cue, so it does it on cue. That's a different behavior that we'll talk about in that section of this course on sitting and laying down. But that is what capturing is. Next is luring. So what is luring? Luring is when you take some bait and you really need to make that animal, the dog, much more motivated to do something it really doesn't want to do, and you really need to just push it over the edge and get it to do something. So luring is a good example when doing some targeting. So I might, for example, if I'm getting a dog to target a generator or to target a vacuum, I might start with the vacuum off, but I might take a piece of cheese, and if there's a dog's here and the vacuum's here, I might hold that cheese right near the vacuum so that the dog's kind of trying to reach around the vacuum to get the cheese, and I lure the dog in just a way so that the dog bumps into the vacuum before it can get the cheese. I can then click and then give the dog a treat. But I baited the dog in with food. The problem with this that you need to be aware of, and I don't like to use luring as my go-to technique, is dogs quickly learn that if you don't have something in front of them, that they aren't going to do the behavior. So it needs to be used sparingly, but there are times it needs to be used, and targeting certain scary objects is definitely one of them. And then finally we have shaping. So what is shaping? Shaping is where you have an animal, let's say a dog. I keep saying animal. But you have a dog, let's say you want the dog to go to its bed, and you want it to do it on your command and on your cue. And so here's how that happens. You wait till the dog looks at the bed, and you click, and you toss your dog a treat. Pretty soon, after maybe 10 times of the dog looking at the bed, it realizes, oh, I get food every time I look at this bed. Cool. So it will eventually take, at random, an extra step towards the bed while it looks on it. It looks at it. You can then click and reward the dog for looking and taking one step toward the bed, and stop rewarding just for looking. You increase the criteria. You make the dog go one step forward. It's kind of like playing the hot or colder game, where you've got a friend who you're trying to find something you've hidden in the house. Maybe they've got a gift or something. I played this as a kid. You're like, no, you're getting warmer. You're getting colder. When you tell them they're getting warmer when they're coming closer to the thing, and they're getting colder when they're getting away from the thing. That's what shaping is. You're being shaped and led in a certain direction, and we do that with an animal, where we will continue to tell the animal, you're getting warmer, oh, you're getting colder. And warmer means you earn clicks and treats, and colder means you don't get any clicks and you don't get any treats. You will see us using all 3 of these tools in a training, and that really wraps it up. Those are the tools, those are the techniques, those are the methodologies that I believe in, that I use, and that my clients use to have a ton of success with their dogs. Hopefully you've hung with me so far. I know there hasn't been a ton of how-to footage, but we're about to dive into the next section of this program, where we really break down and go into the specific problems and the specific techniques, and really start working with these dogs live and in person, and helping show you exactly what you need to do too.